are defending President Trump's readiness for a pandemic. But the administration's actions don't support that. Among them, the shutdown of a pandemic early warning program weeks before the coronavirus started spreading in China. Let's discuss now. Los Angeles Times science and medicine reporter Emily Baumgartner is here. We're so glad that you're here to talk about this reporting, your reporting. So, listen, you reported on this program aimed at training scientists in China that was shut down by the Trump administration. Tell us about it and why it ended just 2 months before the coronavirus.
Sure. So this is a program that examines the intersection of animals and humans in nature. So this is a research program. Researchers are out in the field taking samples, trying to understand what viruses are circulating in animals that we haven't seen in humans yet, and which ones are most likely to jump over into humans and perhaps launch into a pandemic. So this is a program that was on a grant cycle. I want to be very clear. The Trump administration did not gut a permanent program. They just finished up a program and chose not to renew it. And that was 2 months before this pandemic. So some would say pretty bad timing.
So, and one of the labs involved, am I right, is in this program was in Wuhan where the virus started?
There were labs all throughout the world who worked with the USAID on this. One of them was the Virology Institute lab right in Wuhan. That was, in fact, the lab that identified this virus very quickly. So some of the researchers in the program say that although it was shut down, that is a silver lining. The lab that they trained themselves was able to identify this.
You've spoken with people involved in this program. They say closing it was incredibly short-sighted. Why did they say that?
So the purpose of the program is, as the title suggests, it's called PREDICT. It's to predict future pandemics. So the little bit of funding that's left, $2 million out of $200 million, that's being used to address this current pandemic, to try to squelch it, but it's not working toward identifying the next pathogen, the next one that will jump over into humans, and containing it. So a lot of researchers who are involved in it say you need to continue funding this kind of research so you can prevent these kinds of things on the front end rather than being very reactive when it finally lands in the human host.
Emily Baumgartner from the LA Times, thank you very much.